Okay, so in this video we're going to use the midpoint and distance formula to find the midpoint of these 2 points here, A and B, and also to find the distance between the 2 points. So we're going to start with the midpoint formula. This is it here. Midpoint of AB is x1 plus x2 over 2 and y1 plus y2 over 2. Basically what you've got here is you've got the average of the x's and the average of the y's. You're adding the two x's, dividing by 2. You're adding the two y's and dividing by 2. So what we're going to do here first is just identify each of these x's and each of these y's as x1, y1 and x2, y2. So I'll just mark these x1, y1, x2, y2. So this is my first x, this is my first y, this is my second x, and this is my second y here. So what you've really got to do now is just take these numbers and stick them into this formula and do the calculation. So let's do that. Okay, so we want to find the midpoint of AB. So the midpoint of AB is this formula here. So we're going to put in, first of all, x1. Our x1 here is 8, so we put 8 in here, plus, now we've got to put in x2. x2 here is 5, so we put 5 here, divide by 2, and this will give us our midpoint x value when we calculate it. Okay, so now we're going to do the y value. The y value is y1 plus y2. This is y1 here. This is y2 here. So y1 is minus 6. So we're going to put minus 6 here. Plus our y2, which is minus 2. So we're going to put our minus 2 here. And then we're going to divide by 2. So now all we've got to do is work this out and work this out. This will give us our x value, this will give us our y value for our midpoint, the midpoint between A and B. Okay, so let's work this one out first. 8 plus 5 will give us 13 over 2. Now, minus 6, we've got minus 6 here, plus minus will give us minus, so really it's minus 6 minus 2, which will give us minus 8. Divide that by 2. So our midpoint is 13 divided by 2, which is 6.5, 6.5. Here we got a minus 8 divided by 2, so that's just minus 4. So 6.5 minus 4 is the midpoint, is the middle point between 2 points A and B. So we've done the midpoint between A and B. Now we're going to look at doing the distance between A and B. How far is it between A and B? So we're going to use this formula here now. Okay. So I'll just move this up a little bit, and we'll just I'll just rewrite these two here. First of all, this is A is 8 minus 6, and B is 5 minus 2. Okay, so we're going to use the formula. The distance between A and B is the square root of x2 minus x1 to be squared plus y2 minus y1 to be squared. Now again, we just need to identify these, so I'm just going to take this, the 8 here is our x1, this is our y1, this is x2, this is y2. So this is my first x, my second x, first y, second y. So all we've got to do again is just stick these values into this particular formula here, and this will give us the distance between A and B. So let's just write it down. We'll write it down here. We've got the square root of x2, which is 5, we're going to subtract x1, which is 8, and we're going to square that. Then we're going to add y2. y2 is minus 2. And then we're going to subtract. We got to write this minus, this negative value, this negative sign here. We got to write it down here. And then this is our y1, which is minus 6, negative 6. So we've got to put minus 6 here as well. I've just separated the minus 6 in brackets here. Okay, so let's just simplify this. So we've got minus 5, or 5 plus 5 minus 8. That will give me minus 3. And we're going to square that. Then we're going to add minus 2. Oh, I got to put a square in there. So we got to put a minus 2 minus minus 6. Minus minus is plus. So this is actually a plus 6 here. So minus 2 plus 6 will give me 4. We've got to put the square in here. Okay, so now let's do these squares and then the square roots. So let me just come over here a little bit and we'll do this calculation here. So we've got minus 3 squared. Minus 3 times minus 3 is plus 9. And then we're going to add 4 squared. 4 squared is 16. That gives us 9 plus 16, which is 25. Square root of 25 is 5. So the distance between A and B is 25. The distance between A and B is 5, and the midpoint between A and B is 6.5 and minus 4. And that's it. That's using both formula. Midpoint formula and distance formula. Both of those formula can be found on page 18 of your maths tables.